Hey guys, and welcome to another tutorial for Dungeon Defenders. Once again, a gear farming tutorial. In order to do this, you need the Jester DLC. Well, you don't need the Jester DLC. You need a ranged fighter. It could be a Huntress or a... whatever they're called, the male version of the Huntress. Any of these will work, basically. But you need someone who can carry this weapon, the BF drill. It drops from, I think, the volcanic eruption map. That's the one where the crystal is moving all the time. It's not that easy to solo that without decent equipment, so you might want to just buy this. But if you followed my other tutorials and you've been farming the Raining Goblins and the Ramparts map for a while, you should be able to afford this. I've seen these in player shops sometimes for 50 million, which sounds like a lot at the beginning of the game, but if you're lucky and you join like a public throne room game, that will give you 300-400 million if you actually go through with it to the end. So you can buy these at a relatively decent price from other players. You want to upgrade them to have the full attack speed, so always upgrade attack speed when possible. Apart from that, only upgrade the damage. And it doesn't need to be this good. I actually did this with a lot weaker version of it. I'll actually check if I still have that, so I can show you. I think it was Mythical, wasn't it? Yeah. So this one has barely 10,000 damage. And all the other stats are quite irrelevant. You want... or it's useful to have a good projectile speed, but don't actually upgrade it. My 12,000 are perfectly fine. So yeah. Try getting one that doesn't have too slow of a reload, but again, this doesn't really matter that much. Mostly just upgrade damage and always go for the attack speed. You definitely want that one at maximum. So assuming you have those, you still need the Tinkerer's Lab DLC, but that's only $2 and most people have the all DLC version of the game anyway, so shouldn't be a problem. And then what you want to do is go for challenges, Challenge Lab Assault, Insane Hardcore mode. It's a lot harder on Nightmare, so if you're just breaking into it and you don't really have good equipment, go for Insane. And ideally, you want to do this with 3 other characters as well. I will sort of get into that, maybe. But just watch the video, see what I'm doing, and you can do exactly the same thing. At first, you just want to run through these stompers, then jump up on this line here. Run along, and jump down here. Shoot the crystal from below. If your drill is not as good, you're gonna need more shots. That jump I just did is the hardest one in the run. That one's the one you mess up the most. Here, you jump right on, walk right in front of it. The harpoons won't hit you there. Then you run through here and shoot this crystal from below. Then you run along down here, walk on this platform. You run just past this ogre and you start shooting that crystal through the wall. And again, this works with a lot weaker BF drill, as I've shown you. And then, after you've destroyed the crystals, just stand right here. Reload if you have to, and wait. This video sequence can't be skipped, so you're just gonna have to bear with it, I guess. And if you have like an Xbox controller, you can basically play on split screen with multiple characters at the same time from your own account. And there's emulators out there which allow you to pretend like you have more Xbox controllers than you do, which basically enables you to play with 4 characters at a time. And the other 3 characters don't do anything, they just stand at the beginning. What you want to do now is just shoot at the Series EV guys right here. And really just fire away. and they jump to avoid your explosions. They don't always jump away from the explosion, so you can't really direct them, but you just want to keep firing. And I can't really see what's going on at the moment, but you just keep firing. And they don't do that much damage, so even if they start attacking you, you should be able to take it. And basically by firing at them and by them trying to jump away, they will very often jump to their death, as you've seen a few times now. Otherwise you can DPS them down with the drill, but ideally, or most likely, even if your drill is not that strong, you're just gonna make them jump to their death. And so we wait right here. Until they stop coming. So I know, because I'm at 16 out of 20 dead, and there's 4 of them still around. I know there's not gonna be any more coming down this lane. The problem is you don't see them on the mini-map, so it can be a little problematic. But now you want to get this guy here. And he's dead. Now, after that, stand here and try to do the exact same thing with the ones which were stuck at the entrance there. Try and make them jump. And last but not least, the ones which sometimes stand on the ledge here, just shoot. Eventually they'll also try to jump to avoid, and that will kill them. Otherwise you can DPS them down as well. But there you go, he just killed himself. And there you go, that actually gave you a lot of stuff. So now if you were farming this, you would have 3 other accounts, which means you would get 4 times as much stuff, and you would just restart the level now and start all over. But for the tutorial I'm just gonna skip back to Tavern. Ideally you probably want to do 20-30 of those runs in a day. Well, ideally you want to do as many as you can, but this is a good source for armor. The weapons you get from this are really terrible, and you do not want to use them. Like, if you really don't have anything else, you can use them, but they're really bad. So what you want to do is take the weapons and hit sell all. So just sell all the weapons. And then the accessories can actually be quite good at times, so just basically look at them, see if you want them, and then decide if you want to keep them. And then just go through the armor. This one's quite bad. This one is okay, so I don't really need that stuff anymore, but I'm actually keeping it. And then just sell the rest. This is a good source for mana. Like, if you do enough runs, your item box will be overflowing, so you'll actually be at a point where your mana is almost full and you can't even generate mana tokens, at which point you just upgrade stuff you have in your box. But yeah, that's basically the run. Afterwards, check through the item box, check what you need. You can get the best possible armor from this run, even on Insane Hardcore. So, once you have a character that can do this, this is a way to get the best armor in the game. And also one thing to note is that sometimes some of the EVs don't come out, so I was quite, well, not quite lucky. Mostly they do. Usually it will go as it did in the video, as you saw. But sometimes one of them, or even more of them, don't make it all the way to you. In that case, the fastest thing to do is restart. But you could get lucky and find them, so you just basically run around the map frantically trying to see where they are and try to kill them. It doesn't always work out, because you can't see them on the minimap, you can't tell where they are. Sometimes they're stuck in the entrances, sometimes I've even seen them once stuck under the map. Somehow they didn't die, they landed on a ledge, but they didn't do anything, so they were just standing there. So that can work out, but it doesn't happen that often. I don't know, maybe 1 in 10 runs. So yeah, something to bear in mind, and I guess that's it. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.